do the warm up for about 5-ish, 10 minutes, and then we'll start the panel. So really, what are we talking about? We're talking about marketing to the arrived tourists. Once they get here, how do you maximize your relationships with them? That's what it's all about, is relationships. I'm going to learn a little bit about that. So, how big is this market? And these are rough numbers, and Nancy, my mom is here, and glad Nancy's here, so she can fill in the blanks for you personally. But these are roughly about what the thinking is. There's going to be roughly 64.5, give or take, million people coming to New York this year, which is roughly the same as it was last year. That's a lot of people. There are a lot of people going to be buying tickets to everything that you do, whether it's a Broadway show, a restaurant, an attraction. It's a very big market. And yes, there's not always happy news coming out, but when you look at it in perspective, 50 million people are leisure travelers. They're looking to come to attractions and museums and Broadway shows. So let's be a little positive. Let's realize that there's still a big opportunity for everybody. From the hotel standpoint, last year, 37 million hotel room nights. People were staying in hotels 37 million times. A lot of people. It's a big market. The city has about 127,000 rooms, and last year the ADR was up. And we know, this is not new data to you, but $300, $318 an average room night is expensive. So what does it mean if you're an attraction, if you're a restaurant? It means you got to be a better marketer. Costs a little bit more of their money is going to the hotels than maybe it was 5 years ago. And that might be the second Broadway show or the second restaurant. But that's the reality where it is today. Happy news, right? Summer is going to be amazing. We're expecting 1.2 million people coming for FIFA. You're saying there'll be 6 million people coming from America, 250. Now, some of those will be New Yorkers, but there are a lot of people coming to New York that want to do stuff. They want to shop. They want to go to Broadway. And Pride, as always, in June is a very important time. People are coming to New York. So we have a lot of things happening in the summer now, the time that we're all thinking about it. So that's just kind of the picture of the theme of what we talk about. Some of you have seen this before. What we'd like to say is tourists come in different flavors. And as marketers, they're not monolithic. You can't say, I'm going to reach tourists. Some people are coming for the day. International people are coming for 7 or 8 or 9 days. A business person comes and somebody's got 6 hours to kill. He's looking for something to do. The young couple from Britain, 27-year-olds, say, we're going to go to New York next week. And they pick up and they go. You as marketers need to be able to figure out how to give all these different types of people the right information to choose you. And that's really the theme. How are they going to choose you versus your competitors, versus the alternatives, whether the alternative is Central Park, whether the alternative is another restaurant or Broadway show or museum. Keep this picture in your mind. Tourists come in different flavors. So here's a little bit of city guide data, and I share this because I think it's very representative of the New York City tourist. So we survey tourists every single day, 365 days a year. We've been doing it for years. And we're presenting this way to show you that it's very consistent. The average tourist is younger than most people think. The biggest age group of New York City tourists, or at least city guide readers, is 25 to 34. Every time I say that, people say, young people don't read magazines. And you can say it's 3 years in a row. 25 to 34 is the largest readership of City Guide. And again, I don't know if NYC and TNC has some data like this that they can share, but I'm sure everybody would love it as well. This number's been the same. The 5.7 number's been the same forever. The spending is consistent. What makes us a little bit different, we are much more servicing international tourists, which again makes sense. They're here longer, they need more information, they pick up the magazine more. The international tourists about 18%-ish So, but this is the list, and this is also important. Again, years, consistently, more than half the people coming to New York have been here before. 25% have been here more than 4 times. Again, these are city guide readers, that's the only data I have. Which means that they're looking for something that they haven't done. If they've seen Hamilton, maybe they want to see Moulin Rouge. They've been to one museum, maybe they want to come to another museum. They want to see the new stores. Your job is to get your message out to those people that have been here 2, 3, 4 times. So again, this is real data, and it's an effort to show the importance of the arrived, the in-market tourists. So this Broadway League data is a year old, so we don't have the newest data. It's a little complicated, so I'm going to go quickly. So this, the yellow and the brown, those are metropolitan New York people. Yellow is New York, brown is the suburbs. So roughly a third, again, this is not new news, everybody knows 65% of Broadway tickets are sold to tourists. It's been that way for years and years. That's not new. Of the tourists, 32% the domestic are buying in advance, 13% of the international, so roughly 45%. This is your piece. These are the people that buy Broadway tickets in New York. Domestic and international. And I think and this is the most extreme. If you're a museum, if you are a retailer, if you are an attraction, these pies are much, much bigger. You know what those 2 pies are worth? $300 million. Those 2 pies represent $300 million of Broadway tickets sold. That's more of the opportunity that's out there. We'll spend a minute on this because those of you that work with us are going to hear this more. This is a brand new study from McKinsey, just out, came out this summer. And it's for your media. And it's to help you think about media, and it's going to tie into what we're going to talk about in just a couple minutes. So I've never seen a study like this. So McKinsey did a lot of research, as McKinsey always does, on how much time people spend with media, the attention quotient. And if anybody wants to study, I will email it out to you if you want to read it. It's fascinating. Everybody focuses on reach and frequency and impact, and that's the commercial quotient. The attention quotient is how much time they actually engage, how much they absorb from the media that you're spending money on and then you're investing on. So obviously, we are very happy that print magazines are at the far end. So that's what attracted us. But the real tie-in, which we'll talk about in about 2 minutes, are these guys, the concierges. Because we might get 62%. The concierges are 100%. They've got 100% of that guest's attention. And that's really the purpose. So as you think about your media, think about how you invest, think about how you market, you maybe want to shift your thinking a little bit about, are you putting your money, the time that you're spending? And by the way, you'll see in the study, if you read it, there's a lot of data that shows it generates sales. It's not just they spend over time. It's 25% of a lift, if you call it, by the media that they get greater attention. The elephant in the room. What's the elephant in the room? What's the elephant in the room? AI. No. AI is the elephant in the room. It's all changing. It's going to change how tourists research, both in advance and in market. You've got to control your brain. This is calling you hard. This middle bar, this is hard. How you're going to control your brand so that when somebody does a search for the best things to do in New York City, or where I should eat, or on 57th Street, what's near me, and that's how people are using chat. I was in Portugal about 4 weeks ago. I was amazed how many people kept walking the street saying, chat just told me this, or I just did this on AI. This was in Europe, so it's real. The elephant is here. So as you think about your websites, your social media, how do you control your brand? And then getting back to what we're going to talk about today, how do you continue to educate the hotel teams, so that they can give your guests, your prospects, the right information. All right, to wrap up. Marketing to in-market tourists, the people that have arrived, the $300 million in Broadway tickets that they spend, and probably, I'm guessing, maybe NYC has data, I'm guessing there's $10 billion of in-market tickets sold a year. It's a huge, huge, huge number. And you guys know that. You know how much walk-up business you get every day. It's a big market. They come in different flavors, as we talked about. And most importantly, that's what we're talking about with this panel in a minute, they're making decisions about what to do now, at the moment, in the moment. So what are the strategy things you should be thinking about? You've got to present your competitive advantages. Why should somebody choose you versus all the other choices, all the museums, all the observation decks, all the boats, all the restaurants, all the stores? You've got to get that message out through your media and also to the hotels, to the concierge staff who are going to ask all these questions. And that's the last one. You got to communicate. You got to educate the teams. So we're about to hear from these two great panels. How is that relevant to everything I've just talked about? As I said, they get 100% of the guest's attention. When a guest is in front of a concierge, they're totally zoned in. They do even better than our magazines, or better than a display ad that goes across the screen like that. They are focused on what that concierge has to say. Concierges are reliable and they're trusted. And they know how to deal with that personalized situation. They know if that's a couple coming in from London, it's that business traveler who's 3 hours, it's that luxury person. And they know they're about to make a decision. I'm going to do something the next 10 minutes, the next 2 days, the next 3 days. That's why, it's arguably, a hotel professional is the most effective channel for marketing. So, to stimulate your thinking, so you take notes or something, what do we want to accomplish today? We want you to think like hotel guests think. Get out of your ivory towers. How do people that are making decisions really think about it? And how do they make decisions? And how do you influence them through your marketing strategies? And how these hotel professionals help guests create their itineraries. That's what we're talking about. So you understand the dynamics in a hotel. And then lastly, how destinations, and when I say destinations, I mean restaurants and Broadway shows. Everybody's a destination for the purpose of this conversation. And hotels can work together because, in conclusion, we have one common goal. And that's to make New York City the best city in the world, the most welcoming city, the most interesting city, and we need to do that as a whole community. The hotels, the attractions, the restaurants, the DMO, and everybody else. We're all in this together, and that's why we're here today. So thank you for my introduction, and let's bring the concierge up. Here.